I gave you my heart. I gave you my heart. I gave you my heart.
Hello everybody and welcome to this live trading session. My name is Pedro Mejias, and as you know, as you've been here before, I trade with order flow, and I'm going to show it to you for you today with maybe some live trading. Let's try to find some opportunities today. And if you're watching this recording, remember you can contact me at pedro@traddictiv.com, and you can see the email on the screen right now. Before we begin, let's read the disclaimer. The following video clips demonstration are for educational and institutional purpose only. Traddictiv provides these videos purely for the purpose of demonstrating the method of using the product. You should understand that all the content used in this video is purely for demonstration purposes only and is not a guide and does not provide any indication or prediction of actual results. As a user, you understand and agree that hypothetically results obtained through the demonstration do not indicate in any way the result you may receive on using our products. All right, so let's try to see today's market. I'm going to be exploring some effects. My favorite, of course, is going to be first is the euro. And let's go to the chart right now. All right, here you can see this is the order flow chart. This is the footprint chart, but before that, let's go and see the candlestick so you can be more familiar with. All right, let me expand it a little bit so you can see it better. All right, so what we can see here is this is the euro. This is the euro future, and we can see it's going up from this bottom right here. Check on the volume wise what's going on. You can see the point of control is right here on this Y line. You can see on my cursor is right now. This is the most traded price of today, which is 1.14270, and there's a lot of volume traded here, and we have the price right now is about the value area high, which means that it has going over the 85% of total trade of the day. You can see the value area low down here. All right, this, between these two white lines, there is the 85% of trades that have been made today. Okay, so with this said, let's try to find some opportunities. We can see the liquidity on the left side of the screen. You can see this is the liquidity, which tells us the amount of contracts that are waiting to be filled. We can see that all the way up and all the way down because we have a professional fee that can tell us where everybody is waiting in the market to get their orders filled. Okay, and we use that information to see where the market is expecting to go. You can see here the total of market participant waiting for the order to be filled. Let me put the chart a little bit up so you can see it. Here on the bottom, when you see my cursor right now, is the total amount of selling contracts. You see 10,900 and something, and versus the total amount of buying contract, which is 4,700 and something. Okay. What this tells us is that liquidity is on the upper side of the market. Is on the we can call it on the sell side, but this doesn't mean the price is gonna drop because of that. Actually, it might go up because there's more liquidity, more money on the upper side of the market today. And the contrary happens on the lower side. There is less contracts on the buying side, but this means actually that the price can either move faster on the way down or doesn't move on the way down at all, right? Because when you have a lot of money, you are an investment bank or something, you need liquidity to put your order. So liquidity right now is on the selling side, okay? And we use that information in order to to be able to find opportunities here. There is a message on the chat. Jaime, hi Jaime, how you doing? Have a question to ask in this session? Yeah, it's right. You can ask question in the chat. I'm looking at the chat, so it is fine. And if you have any questions and you're watching this recording, remember this is my email, pedro@traddictiv.com. Okay. All right, let's get back to the chart. Okay, so we have a lot of information here. We can see that the delta, which is the difference between buyers and sellers being aggressive, is more into the selling side here. Okay, and if we see the sorry, you're not looking at that right now. Let me go. Let me put the chart a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm not doing the right thing. I have to now. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, so here below you can see the delta, which is the difference between who's being more aggressive, the buyers or the sellers. And today, the sellers were more aggressive. Right now, you can see how the price is going up, but this probably means that earlier today, the sellers were more aggressive. Right now, the buyers are being is taking over the market. You can see here on the delta, on the speed of the tape, 289 contracts versus 272 when they try to pull this the price down today. And all right, let me get this on the position here. Okay. Jaime, first questions. Okay, how to add the indicator? Pretty easy. Um, Here you're not looking at it. Let me just put this a little bit lower so you can see it. Thing is that my screen is too big for the broadcaster, so you cannot see the everything. Okay, in indicators, you will have here are the indicators I have. All right, you can search for it if you're looking for the big WAP. Okay, it's not big, it's big WAP. Is here, big WAP close. This is the indicator I'm using of a period of 300. Okay, the first deviation, the second deviation is based on daily period. That's all the setting I have for this indicator. Okay, and the other one you are asking for, the speed of state is here. I have two, one for the buyers and one for the sellers. Okay, you can see the difference on the calculation mode. One says sell and the other one says buys. Okay, that's it for the indicator. I don't know if you're looking at the actual thing. I think you're not, because I have not added that capture. Let me see if I can add it so you can see it. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, let me put it a little bit bigger. Okay, now you can see it. I wasn't showing it correctly before because it was not added to my broadcast. Okay. Okay, now you can see it. Let me go back. So you were asking for the VWAP. This is the VWAP. You can search it here on the top and add it here. All the settings are the default settings. Okay, you can see here period 300, daily, and 1 and 2 deviation. That's it. And for the speed of the tail, as I said before, I have two, one for the cells and one for the buys. All I only did was change the color, uh, red for the cells and green for the buys, and I use a line instead of a bar or anything there. That is for default there, default settings. Okay. So that's it. I hope that answered your question, Jaime. Let me know if you need anything else. Okay. Okay. I just close that window. We're back to the chart. Okay. So in the chart, I'm trying to look for an opportunity. So I look always to my left side to see what happened yesterday, to find interesting spot. I can see the price is around here, and I would like to see something on the left that tells me where the volume is. Okay, I can see here. You can see this. Let me put a rectangle here. Okay, you can see the rotation right here. It's huge rotation. This is from yesterday. Okay, you can see actually goes a little for the back. And you can see there is a lot of volume here. And after that, after this was a break on the downside, you can see how price actually now is when it's getting into this volume area, which is actually current day high. I mean, it's not casual. This is data. So that's why we use quantitative information, because data is what really is really important here. Okay, so we can see how actually it matches the current day high and how price now is being having hard time to go through this volume area. Okay. There's more question on the chat. Let me see how we can add a 377 tick chart. All right, this is 233 what I'm using, okay, on the euro. And you just click here and you click, oh, sorry, you're not looking at it again because it's not on my broadcast. Let me try to add it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can show it or not. No, it's not show. I have to add it. Let me try to add it. Oh, first I have to click on it. Okay. Okay, here you can see it. Expand a little bit. So you click on the top when it says the tick chart or time frame chart, whatever. You click on it and you will see configuration, and then this window will show up. And then all you have to do is, if you want to edit a tick chart, just click on it, and you can add it. Okay, you click add, and you can put any name you want and edit it. Same for anything, for volume, for minutes, seconds, okay, range, order flow, everything. Okay, it's pretty simple. Right, hope that helped you. Okay, let's continue here. All right, so I was saying before, you can see how the price is being rejected from the volume area, this volume area that we found from yesterday. Okay, so this is interesting because we have right now this here, this very interesting breakdown here, and we can use that to find an entry spot. Okay, so I'm gonna use this exactly this candle. Let me put rectangle here, and I can find it. Its time is 15:55 from yesterday. So I want to try to look at it in the footprint chart. So let me remove this one. Now I'm in the footprint chart and I'm looking for yesterday's session to find that spot where the price had a break. Okay. So here I am. Let me go back to candles so it will be easier to find. And then when you can just put it in a box. 15. So here it is. Here's the breakdown we found. Here, this is the candle in question. We can see how it breaks down here. So I'm gonna just mark this area. Okay, this is the area where the breakdown happens. Here you can see the push of the price. So right now I'm gonna open the chart so I can see the footprint and see exactly what happened inside um, that particular candles. Okay, right. So we can see here 85 imbalance here, which pushes the price down. And you can see how then traders join and some stop losses from the buyers pushes the price further down. Okay, so our interesting area here, let me delete this yellow line, will be inside this box we can find here. Actual price is here. You can see how actual price is here right now. And we need to we already have a bias because we have negative delta, and we have if we see at all prices, let me bring all prices screen up so you can see right now that in all prices the let me expand a little bit so you can see it better. We have some positive delta here at this price 14,270 and 14,300, which means that right now they're trying to break on the volume we saw before, right? Trying to go to a higher level now. Okay, we can see how they are pushing in the oil prices because it's the like a resume for all the big trades that has been happening right now. And you can see how the negative delta is the biggest one. This is 454 negative delta. That actually means that, let me put it in blue, that the most different was in this trade at this price, 14,290. Okay, so we have to keep an eye on it on these prices. Let me get this off the screen right now. Right. Go back to the chart. Okay, so we have this in here, this chart in here, and we need to find the sweet spot where we can have a trade. This we're gonna take a little bit of risk here, taking on the downside, even though we see the deltas has been positive, the latest delta has been positive, and the price is moving up. But we have this volume area here that can be held as a support or resistance, sorry, as a resistance for the price, and we can go into a quick trade. So here we need to find that sweet spot that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna use this volume filter. You can see here where I need to find which price needs to be filled in this breakout candle. Let's move to this one with the 85. So I'm moving the wrong chart. Okay. Here we go. We see this 2098, this 8 by 2. Okay, these are the let's call it the sweet spot that need to be filled. So I'm gonna put a horizontal ray line just above that area. Okay, and let's move to today's to the current moment. Okay, so this is the current moment. This is our line here. Okay, and I'm gonna put an order, a sell limit. Okay,
Order place.
right there, and I need to establish. This is gonna be a very short trade because our deviation is very close here. Right, we can use the deviation as target, which you can see is pretty close to our entry. So it's gonna be a very fast, very quick trade, and we need to establish also our stop loss. It's gonna be about the volume area we determined before. So let's see if we can get filled before setting up all these parameters. Let's measure first the our target. Let's use the ruler. It's going to be pretty short because the deviation is very close to our entry. So it's just a quick trade. Okay. So it's 4 ticks to the deviation. We can go a little bit lower looking at the liquidity. Okay. So let's add a strategy. And let's just put for the time being a stop loss of 25 ticks, but where we can see the price how it's breaking to the liquidity we were looking at right now. So sometimes just price didn't actually fill up our entry when it reaches here. This is 0 by 30. So let's see if we get lucky and we can get a quick trade. We were looking at target about this liquidity here. We can see 100 contracts here waiting to be filled. So let's have a little patience and see what's going on. All right, let's just wait. All right, I think it's gonna be hit or entry. Let's see. Oh no, it went down again, right? How we expected to happen, but without us, okay, without us being inside the trade, which of course is not the idea, but we can see how actually the settings or the set we were talking about is actually working without us inside the market, which is a shame, of course. Remember, you have any question, just use the chat. If you want to send me an email, I'm just gonna show it on the screen so you know if you're watching this recording. My email is pedro@traddictiv.com. You can email me there anytime. I will be very happy to answer you. Okay. All right, let's go back to the chart, and as you can see right now how the price is moving. Probably it's gonna go through or close to this liquidity. We can see here 108 contracts. When you see my cursor here, it's moving down, and that this will be our target if we were inside the trade. But it didn't get out fill up here. There was zero on this side, so it didn't get us inside the market. But that's fine. This is just for um, for showing purposes, so you can see how the system works and how you can be very precise in your trading and have an idea of the technology we can use and the other tools you can have. There are a lot of tools you can use for trading, and for me this is one of the most powerful tools you can use because it gives you inside view inside the candlesticks. Okay, you can see the liquidity, you can see pretty much everything. So it's very nice. You can see here how more contracts have been added into. Let's put a horizontal line here so we can remember this as our target. If we see this liquidity moving up, we will actually move our target up as well, because it's going to be harder for the price to break if there is no intention to break it. But if there is intention to take this liquidity, you can see now it's getting bigger and smaller, means being added and subtracted contracts in that level. I can show you the depth of market. You can see here. Let me put it on the. Well, I can see you can. I guess you can see a bit, pretty good there. Let me just clean this up. All right, so we can see how the participants are in the market. Where are they located? How many contracts they have? How many contracts are they taking in real time? We can see everything here. Okay, we can see this is the market. This is the order flow. This is what's going on. We can add. You want to see more stuff? We can add the tape, for example. And in the tape we can see real time everything that's being traded, every trade, every accumulated trade, and every single trade that is done in the market. And we just by a glance you can see that by the colors you can see if the buyers are taking market orders or the sellers are being taken market orders. Now you can see a lot of green, so that's why the price is going up. You can see how price is actually going up here. Okay, you can see here on my cursor right here how price is going up. Near was where our entry was. I just left the order there, but if I was in a real trade, I would just forget about this one because price just reached back just one tick below my entry again, just one tick below. Let me take the tape out. All right, so you can see here how price again just one tick away from my entry and pulled back again. Okay, you can see a lot of sellers joining in and trying to push the price down because what we saw before was a lot of volume on the top here. Okay, that we don't see it now, but there's a lot of volume here that happened the day before, and we can see some liquidity, 100 contracts, 99, which is high liquidity on this market, which is usually 30 to 40 contracts on each price level. Okay, and we can see that in here, right in this line, which is the day high. Okay, there's 100 contract, 99 next, and then we have a few more on the top. So it's gonna be harder for a price to break through this line. But that doesn't mean it cannot happen. It can happen because a market participant can actually make it happen, and that's the beauty of order flow, because you can see what are the participants doing and how are they making the price go up or go down. Because we can see here, for example, in the depth of market, every trade that is being made, every market orders, and we can see when somebody takes the buyers here, the price goes down. When somebody takes the sellers here, the price will move up. Okay, that's something we can see in real time, and we can see how many are they taking on each side. Okay, this is something you don't see in any other platform or any other thing. Only it can be seen through this order flow systems. So you can combine this technology with any strategy you use. It doesn't matter if you use any platform or other applications. You can combine this with any strategy, because if you're, let's say, for example, if you are a Fibonacci trader and you have a Fibonacci number here, let's say you have Fibonacci number here, and actually it matches that at that number, you can see a lot of liquidity there. That means something. That means that maybe that price there has value for somebody. Okay, and that validates your strategy. That validates your possible entry or your exits as well. Remember that blue line we put here? We still have 140 contracts below this line, and look what is below this is the deviation, the second deviation that we can use as a target as well. Okay, so everything has a reason and a meaning in the market. Okay, there's not a formation, a candlestick formation or any kind. There's nothing like that. It might work sometimes, but when it fails, it's because somebody make a fail, and you can see that here. Okay, you can see why something that you thought that might work didn't work, because you can see the trades. You can see what happened. You can see, oh, there was a big buyer here, a big seller. There was a fight between a big buyer and a big seller. I mean, that can happen every time. Everything can happen here. Not because you are a big player, it doesn't mean you are always going to win. There are other big players in the market, and they try to beat the other guy. Okay, that's something that will happen all the time. And well, I know, I guess for some of you guys, this might be a little bit complex or overwhelming. I don't know, but in time you get used to it, and you can see trades very easy, very fast. You can understand what's going on in the market just by looking at the numbers. And but this takes time. I have to say that it takes time to recognize all the patterns or the behavior the traders have, because one job you will have is to try to spot the weaker traders, to be ahead of them. And one way to do that is to spot them on the footprint charts and select that area where there's a weak spot there where traders might be trapped in one side, and you have to trade accordingly against them to, sorry, but to take their money. Okay, that's actually what we do here in the market. Okay. Jaime, one question. Okay. Yes, I love it. Thank you, Jaime. Okay. In the chart, I don't have POC. I need to add, or I need to content support of. Okay. No, it's very simple. On the let me see. I don't remember right now where it is. But I can send you on the email. I can send you my template. I think it will have it, because I have it recorded on the template. I think I sent you the template before. It's weird that it doesn't show it to you. But if you look at the top screen, you will find, okay, it's very simple to add. Just I know you're listening to me, and go to the top, and you will find an icon that look like horizontal bars. It say when you put your cursor over, it say H ball, okay, H volume, horizontal volume. So you click on it, and there's a gradient, price information, show value area, and show POC. Just select all of them, okay, and select volume and current day, and you will have the horizontal volume on the left with the point of control and the value area high and value area low. Okay, that's all you have to do. Okay, I hope to that help you to set up the chart correctly. Let me know in the chat if that was what you were looking for. I think it is. Okay, well, we can see how price, have a very hard time to break about this line here. Let me go to the candles. You can see it as candles as well. Right, this was our entry for today right here. Our target is this blue line. You can see here. And price actually reaches our entry right here. Okay, but there was no liquidity there. If we see the here, let me just put horizontal a yellow box here, where prices touches our entry, all right, touches our entry here and here, but there was no liquidity and there was zero on the left side, so we didn't got filled. As we expected, price moved down. You can see how price moved down here. It's getting close to our target, which was this blue line right here. Okay, because we saw liquidity being added right before this line. So this is gonna be like a resistance here. Okay, the price might reach our target or a little bit about it. Okay, and it will find resistance right here. Okay, so our target is gonna be always a little bit higher than that liquidity that will create actually a resistance on the downside. Okay, we use as reference these deviations, so we can have a very precise exit. Even though many times price, you will see price just go very low. It happens to me today. I was trading earlier. I put the entry, perfect entry, and a perfect exit because I exit on my target. On my target, I predefined according to what I saw as resistance on the liquidity and on the volume and on the previous trade. And price just went through that resistance. It can happen. I mean, it doesn't matter because you already have your target. You got your money, and that's it. Doesn't matter if price, just go really away for when you exit. You're not losing money. You just make whatever you was determined to make. Okay, you have to think about it. Never look like if you exit earlier. It doesn't mean you didn't make a nice profit. Actually, it was a good trade because you exit at whatever you determined the resistance was going to be. We want to make sure that our entries have a high rate of success. We have to think about that instead of a higher profit. Okay, we should look at precision and looking for good entries and good exits. It doesn't matter if exit isn't lost as long as it's in your plan. Okay, as long as it's in your whatever you are willing to lose, it doesn't matter because it's a good trade. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's a good trade because it's what you were expecting to happen. Is what you were planning to do when you saw all the market information that the order flow was giving you. Okay, and that's a good trade. As I said before, even if you're winning or losing, you can make a good trade. And well, today it happens to me that I put an entry, was very good entry, and some traders might say I exit earlier. Well, this 100 contract here, you can see this 100 contract right now entering the market like in just one trade. So it's a huge player here uh, buying right now. But look, there are three inlines here, these three triangles you can see here, big trades, but they are actually not moving the price up as expected. Probably they will get in trouble if they don't actually push the price up. Let's see what happens. We have a few minutes left, so let's see what happens. They might just break the volume here. We don't know that. Let's see if that happens or not. You have to be aware when this big trade shows because it might just stop the price or it might actually change the direction of the market where you went trading. You can see now the price is moving up, of course, because there were three big trades in line here. You can see, and now the price is moving up. So if you are in a trade and you see this, let me cancel my order here.
Order canceled.
And you see this, you might think of moving your stop onto positive, just in case, or just get out of the trade, all right? Because somebody's trying to change the direction of the market. Now you can see 350, 340 contracts being added right now. That's a huge liquidity, and they took it away. Okay, so it's like a signal. Maybe for some algorithm traders, that's a signal. They are triggering uh, this robot to trade, all right, in their direction. That's why they put 350 contracts on the buy side right there. But they just took it away. It's just like trying to fool either algorithm traders or depth of market traders as well. They can be fooled like that. And you can see now how the price are actually moving higher. I prefer to see the clusters now. You can see here the three big trades that happens, okay? And you can see how price is moving higher right now. Let me see if I can show you the other chart at the same time. Sorry. Here is the other chart. Let me just move it to a side so we can see both order flow, footprint chart, and the candlesticks. Let me just put it smaller here. Okay, you can see it now. And yeah, we can see how actually on our entry, look how many cells imbalance were there, 58. So if I still have my entry order here, it will be triggered, and I will be in profit right now. So it's it's still valid until it doesn't, of course. If somebody doesn't want it to make it work, it will just break it up on the upside. But it didn't happen right now. So for a quick trade, because we have the deviation here and here, it might just worth the risk. But I won't take it because it was hit too many times, and you can see now they added 339 contracts again. So somebody is playing with the algorithm traders, trying to fool them, maybe to make them buy and push the price up. Okay, now they are adding liquidity on the sell side. I mean, this is how they do it. Okay, they trick, they try to confuse, and they advertise like this. Okay, putting money on the market, and that's how they make people go into one or another direction. Okay, remember that. If you have any question, please email me at pedro@traddictiv.com. Okay, you need anything, you need the platform, the templates, whatever you may need, just send me an email there, and we'll be very happy to reply you back. Okay, go back to the chart. And we can see now how price have moved up, breaking the area that we determined that was the volume. Now it's trading inside of it. Okay, and we knew it was going to happen because we saw all the tricks, all the liquidity that was added and retrieved from the market, and we can predict all this movement. Sometimes better than others, but yes, we can try to predict this sort of tricks and movement. You can see how they add the liquidity on the top, again they remove it, and now price, they are being added a lot of selling into the market. You can see all the red right now happening in the market. Let me change the chart to the tape. Right, you can see the tape, how it's moving right now. You can see which side is being traded right now, and there is a speed on that tape. Okay, you can see on the vertical, on the right, a red vertical line, now a green. So that's the speed of the tape, which is having more aggressiveness right now. So it's a mixed battle there between buyers and sellers, and we can see some imbalances right now. It's a bit of a fight there, and look where they are right now. Is on where our entry was before. Okay, but it will no longer valid for me because you have too many touches there, too many trades in that area. So I would look for another opportunity, another place, another volume area to trade. I will probably go a little bit higher. Remember when we saw the volume? Let me get back that chart so you can see it. Just give me a second. Here. So here in this volume area is where here's the price right now. You can see. So I will probably looking for another opportunity in the higher volume area here. You can see there's a lot of rotation of the price here, and we all need to find a spot where price were broken on the downside. And we can see here on the top, for example, here in this line, we can let's put a horizontal line here, and in this area I will probably look for another entry, but it will be very quick just to the deviation or looking at some liquidity, all right, to get out of this trade. But we will have to actually look in the footprint chart to find that precise entry, okay? But I won't do that because we have only a couple of minutes. And well, I hope you enjoy today's session. It was live trading session with the euro effects, and just using the order flow and the quantitative data information we can get from this type of charts. And next week on Thursday, I'm gonna be on FX Street, so join in. And remember, if you have any question, just send me an email at pedro@traddictiv.com. And thank you all guys for being there today. Hope to see you next week Thursday, remember, on FX Street, and next Thursday I'm gonna be here on YouTube as well. So it's gonna be a mix between FX Street and YouTube channel, but every Thursday at the same time. We have a date. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy, and well, see you next time. Goodbye.
I gave you my heart.